Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We had to delay this because RIA had their brace. So yeah, we're starting now. It's a bit later than normal. So yeah, we're starting soon. So here is the starting grid for today's race. We don't have all the drivers yet, but here's what's starting. G-Man had got pole position yesterday. Cheap Borelli is in second for Red Bull with Bruno in third. Under for Mercedes is in fourth. A7 is in fifth. Victor is in sixth for Racing Point. Boom is in seventh for McLaren. JT qualified eighth for Williams, and Undefined got ninth. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so we have a few people. I told some people in general. All right. Okay. Let's remove that. Alright, getting a pull. Alright. Okay. Alright, doing another pull just to make sure. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we're finally starting. We are gonna get underway. So... And the 5 red lights. And away we go for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Everyone is going away now. Going down the hill. G-Man is leading. G-Man is leading the pack with the 2 Mercedes right behind. Buffalo gets a really good start, and it's Mercedes 1, 2, 3, 4 as the rest of the pack are pulling away. Both the Red Bulls are doing bad as Buffalo takes the lead now. Buffalo is leading going into the hairpin as the Red Bull of, let's see, who's that? Uh, the Red Bull of, I don't know, I don't know the drivers by heart, but Williams are leading 1-2, and it's Mercedes in 3 and 4 as the Red Bull is going up to move up. Who is the Red Bull? Oh, it's Teat. So it's Teat battling the Mercedes as Teat is in P3. As both the drivers are going to have to try to avoid going wide there. As the Mercedes goes wide, it almost flips over, going vertically on two wheels. Oh! One of the Mercedes flips over. I think that might be A7. Yes, that is. As Teat has a bit of a spin coming out of turn 1. The two Red Bulls are now in 4th and 5th, but I think there is a Ferrari in the mix in P3 now. This is an interesting fight. So as everyone's coming across the line, so it's Zenboy in P3, and the two Williams are going out in front. Most people are familiar to this track, as this track right here was the site of preseason testing, and ding, I gotta admit, that's a nice helmet. And G-Man was the fastest, but it's Buffalo who is taking the lead. And it was the Mercedes going 3 and 4, but now it looks like the Ferrari has took that, and it's Zenboy in P3 with the Mercedes of under in 3rd as they go wide now. This is some intense battle. This is some intense battling as Under goes down the inside of the Ferrari and tries to go as the Red Bull enters into the mix. This is an exciting race. So now the Red Bull is in P4 as Under for Mercedes is in P3 as someone goes off. I think that's G-Man. No, that's Buffalo. That's Buffalo who's off the track. So that's Buffalo going off the track. So now the Williams are close to the remaining pack as the Ferrari, Red Bull, and Mercedes are fighting to come back up the field. As G-Man has taken the lead after Buffalo made a costly mistake there. So it's now a battle for 4th right now. And G-Man is now in the lead as Buffalo made a mistake, and it's Under in P3 for Mercedes with Teat for Red Bull in 4th as Buffalo gets a bit of airtime there. Let's take a look down the field, and Zenboy goes off a bit there in turn 1. This is some interesting battling here as Bruno goes off and spins out of the exit of turn 1 now. This track is not for the faint of heart as the battle continues, and it looks like P2 is highly contested as Buffalo is spinning. Buffalo spins around, which leads the Mercedes in P2 and the Red Bull in P3. So now the Ferrari is even catching up. The Ferrari of Zenboy is catching up and now is in P4 or P5 now. This is some intense battling right now. Ooh, the Williams touches the wall but is leaving the Ferrari to dust. The two Williams drivers are a solid pair. Going now, G-Man leads once again. This is a very exciting race, one of the most exciting races we had all year so far, but it definitely can so keeping it going now, Buffalo is catching up to Teat after he did make the spin, costly spin. That's the second mistake coming from Buffalo. Let's take a look at Under, who is chilling in P2. Once again, after Buffalo made the costly mistake, it looks like the Mercedes pair are doing good, as Under didn't turn and went straight into the wall, which lets Buffalo catch up. This is some very exciting... Okay, I forgot to turn on names, so then we can easily see who's in the battle. So Buffalo is catching up to Under, and the two back here are fighting as T is going in P4. G-Man is about to lap a few cars. As this is some close racing right here. I'm just checking the CC to see if anyone's close there. No. G-Man continues to lead. This is, once again, some excellent racing right here. Buffalo is catching up to Under right now. Topping out down the hill they go. 1 second is the difference. Going into turn 1, you have to avoid going wide there. They take a wide entry point into that corner. Buffalo is keeping it calm with 1 CC, but Teed is in 0. Going down into the mid straight into a hairpin. Under made a mistake here as Under goes a bit wide and Buffalo goes back into P2. It's again a Williams 1-2 as there's a stranded racing point over there. A7 is already in 10 corner cuts now. 20cc will result in a drive-through penalty. But G-Man is having a very comfortable lead at the moment. Now the race should get a bit stale right now as everyone is starting to space out. So G-Man is leading going into lap 6. Buffalo is made it to P2. This is some really good racing right now as Zenboy is catching up to T. Just 2 seconds. And there's a Red Bull in turn... no, there's a Ferrari in turn 1. Let's take a look. Who's close to the action? I think A7 is doing a good job right now. He's catching up to Zenboy. He's catching up to Zenboy for P5. Ooh, and Teat spun over there in that corner. And now has to recover from that. A7 now gains an advantage from that, and now he's in P5. Catching up to Zenboy now. Oh, G-Man must have made a mistake, apparently. So Buffalo is 13 seconds behind. Oh, Zenboy gets a bit of a spin, and he goes into the pit lane. And he's making his pit stop now. I guess he has no choice. So, who's catching up now? A7 made a mistake, and now the top 3 are very far ahead of the rest of the field, as Ali, the reserve for Alfa Romeo, is trying to unlap himself, but the 2 leaders are flying ahead, so that's unlikely. So G-Man is leading. Not a surprise there, but A7 is almost at 20cc. Lap 8 now. Zenboy already made his pit stop as he got flung into the pits, and it was either just going through the pits and then having to pit again later, or just take the free pit stop after mistakenly getting into the pits. Now, Under is 20 seconds behind the two Williams. As Teed is getting close to A7 now for P4. As, he goes down the inside. What a move! He goes down the inside and flies past A7. And now is up into P4. Ooh, A7 goes a bit wide there. But let's see who is going to win. So we have a few pitters, I suppose. Buffalo is catching up. Let's take a look at the times. Buffalo is fastest man on track so far. So Buffalo has quite a bit to go. He technically got P3 in last race with his reserve getting P3, but the point's going to him. And so G must made a mistake apparently. I'm gonna take a look at the Ifrr standings for you. G-Man won 2 races in a row. He's about to win his third. Buffalo got second and third, so he's gonna need to probably win this race to close the gap more. G-Man has 52 points, and Buffalo Buffalo only has 33. So right now it's looking good for the Williams duo. Once again, another 1-2. So 23 laps remaining. So going onto the main straight now. A7 is pulling back away from Teat. So Teat is going ahead of him. As Buffalo is now within 10 seconds of G-Man after he made his mistake a few laps ago. So I think this inter-teammate battle will be an interesting one to watch. As G-Man is on 12cc. That could be bad. And Zenboy is on 17. As G hits that wall right there, almost could have spun there. That could have been risky. As Bath spun apparently. A7 is complaining about his tires, so I do believe he will be coming in anytime shortly now. Let's pull out the trusty calculator. So there's 22 laps remaining. So it's not the halfway point, so I think what would be best is if the drivers would stretch out their stints, as we're not even halfway yet. Unless they're going to try a two-stop, as Lee has just completed his pit stop. So will A7 go into the pits? I believe the optimum strategy for this race will be a two-stopper. And no, he doesn't. He stays out. But Buffalo did lose a bit of time to G-Man. Could be bad, but there's still quite a few laps remaining. Ooh, Ali hits the wall. G-Man is on purple sector 1 and sector 2. He's flying. That's the fastest sector 1 we've seen so far. Can he set the fastest lap during a race? Going across the final turn onto the straight, doesn't go wide. What is it going to be? Is this going to be the fastest lap in a race? He sets a 1:27. That's just off of the fastest lap. Oh, and he flips. G flipped over after he set a fastest lap. That's very costly. But Buffalo is still far enough behind so that he doesn't lose that much time. But Buffalo, I think he also flipped. Buffalo also flipped. Both the Williams flipped. So that cost the Williams a bit of time now, as Zenboy is almost at 20cc. But incredible. G-Man set a 120.7, which is, let me take a look at the track record real quick. He set a track record. G-Man set a track record. No, he only beat preseason testing time. I forgot to update the track record. His pole time was a 120.711. So G-Man is just barely off of his pole position time during the race, and I don't think he pit yet. So that's crazy. So Zenboy gets left now. Oh, Ali spun. Oh, Zenboy. We still have quite a few runners left. So Zenboy has to serve it soon. So 2 laps. So that will definitely cost him P2 most likely, as Bruno is right there. So Zen has 1 lap to serve his penalty. Buffalo is 15 seconds behind. I'm just watching Zen to make sure he serves his penalty. So we still have quite a few runners, but it's mainly the top 3 who are still in this race. But I would say mainly the top 2. I gotta admit, that's a really cool helmet. That's obviously inspired by Sebastian Vettel's helmet, but like, it's really cool with the Italian flag too. Oh, Zen is going fast. He's lapping G-Man right now. I'm not sure if G-Man pit, as Buffalo sets purple sector 1, looking at the times. As G-Man goes into the pits. So Buffalo takes the lead after G-Man pit. So it is very likely that Buffalo is going to have to pit, but he's going to need to set a flyer this lap to make sure he stays ahead of G-Man. And he's got to wish G-Man makes a mistake coming out of the pit lane. So we have another pitter. So Buffalo is coming into the pits this lap. This will be interesting. Let's take a look at where G-Man is. He's very far behind. Buffalo is coming out now. One disadvantage of the being at the start of the pit lane is that you have to take the whole pit lane in second gear. G-Man coming across the final corner. I don't think he's going to be able to jump him. And G-Man barely jumps him. So G-Man has taken the lead, but just barely. As you can see, they are right next to each other. They were right next to each other, next to the pit lane. So now G-Man is on 1 lap older tires, while Buffalo is on fresh tires. So who is gonna win this race? They are right next to each other. This is a close race we have here. This race is only just shaping up as Teat is going into the pits as well, and he just exits now. Lap 18 of 33. This is where it gets exciting. So I think Buffalo is losing a bit of time. Buffalo did admittedly have a quicker exit time out lap that lap. He did go faster, if you can remember. G-Man got a 1:58 on his pit lap. So let's see what the distance is now. It was 15 seconds before G-Man pitted. Let's see how much time Buffalo has gained through the pits as G-Man crosses the line in first. 2 seconds now. Just nearly 3 seconds. So, let's take a look. Buffalo was 2 seconds slower on that lap, so... So, Buffalo went faster in Sector 1. Sector 2, G-Man goes faster. But G-Man is right there. So, G-Man and Buffalo are close together as G-Man is within the second. Buffalo is within the second as Buffalo set a purple Sector 3, but he did get invalidated. That would have been the track record. As Zenboy is almost... So 13 laps remaining. So now Buffalo is right behind. The distance is less than a half a second, I believe. And now Buffalo is going to be the one playing catch up as G-Man is also setting purple sectors as G-Man is close to a drive-through penalty as he's sideways. He was on 2 wheels and now he's behind Buffalo. That was incredible. We caught that on camera too. So as G-Man gets the better exit. As now G-Man is right behind him now. G-Man's going faster than Buffalo. The pressure is on for these people. These two are racing each other non-stop. Zen has gotten... So now G-Man is back into the lead.
Might go someplace. Let me totally embarrassed. Might go someplace. Let me totally embarrassed.
So now these two are right behind each other. G-Man is going faster, but G-Man is very close to a drive-through penalty. So there's 10 laps remaining after this lap. As G-Man is in the lead by a second. As Buffalo has lost 2 seconds to G-Man now.
Let me totally embarrassed.
So now Under is still in P3. The one remaining Mercedes. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. So now these two are having a very intense battle. Under, I'm pretty sure he's not lapped yet. Teed unlapped himself in the pits. So, just 9 laps remaining now. We are heading into the closing stages of the race, as Buffalo has lost a lot of time to G-Man in the lead, as Buffalo spins! He kinda spun, but he caught it. And now he's losing a lot of time, so I think this race will belong to G-Man, as Teat is green in sector whatever. And he is catching up, I think, to Under. He's right there. Teat is fighting for P3. They're right next to each other. Under has to defend it for Mercedes. Red Bull are going to have a really good result today. They're hanging on to second in the championship because they have two pretty solid drivers. Now going into the long straight, this is all or nothing for Teat and Buffalo, the two chasing cars. As what is going to happen now? Ooh, Teat has a bit of a spin. These two are fighting it out. This is getting interesting. G-Man is also on 18 corner cuts right now. These two have to battle it out for the remaining few laps, and this is going to get intense during the final few laps. Buffalo is 6 seconds behind, but Under went a bit wide. This is getting intense as Teat is going to go down the inside. They're side by side going into the penultimate corner as Teat goes into third. And that is it for that battle right there. Wow. But another battle to look out for is the battle for first. G-Man is on 18 corner cuts. If he gets 20, it's a drive-through penalty, and he'll have to give up the first place to Buffalo with that drive-through penalty, and he's gonna have to take so long in the pits. G-Man is at 19. Wow, this is insane. Okay, G-Man 19. With just a few laps remaining. Oh, wow, this is insane. This is probably one of the most exciting races of the season so far, as Under must have made a mistake, because I'm looking in the chat. Lost a bit of time to the heat, but in these two battles, so we're having an intense battle right now. So Under is trying to fight back, as Bruno is also on 19cc. Under is going for it again, but he goes a bit wide, so he has to brake. Now he keeps it going onto the long straight. Teat has stayed in third. This is going to be intense in the dying laps. As Under goes a bit wide, and now Teat is going to fly away. Let's put on Eye in the Tiger because I feel like it. Wait. So everyone's getting very close. I accidentally opened files. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So Buffalo is sticking with G-Man pretty well, and he has to if he wants to take advantage of the drive-through penalty. With just 6 laps remaining, is G-Man gonna get the drive-through penalty? This is intense. Five laps remaining going into this lap. G-Man has to keep it clean. The gap is 1 second as Buffalo went faster that lap. Oh, wow, this is going to go down to the final lap. Teammate versus teammate. Equal machinery. Who's going to come out on top? May the best driver win. Going into the hairpin, this is getting intense. As Under is falling back to T2, who's going to retain P3 after qualifying P2. But the real battle is up here in first. The battle that everything depends on. Oh, Bruno has drive-through penalty. As Buffalo also gets a corner cut, is on 14 now. They're getting desperate. Wow, this is getting close. Under and has unlapped himself, but Buffalo has fallen back a bit as G-Man goes a bit wide, nearly touches the bump there. And now the gap is a second and a half. Buffalo's going to have to keep this clean. I mean, G-Man. 4 laps of G-Man not doing a corner cut. He's doing pretty well. He was on 17 for quite a few laps. But this battle right here, Bruno is serving his time penalty. As G-Man goes wide in a corner, he could hit a bump or he could get a corner cut as he's going on the bump now. The gap is closing with so little time remaining. Buffalo's gonna have to make his move sooner or later. Going into 3 laps remaining, 4 including the final lap. It's G-Man leading with Buffalo less than a second behind. Oh wow, this is intense. Okay, I don't know what to say, but G-Man goes wide, hits the wall. Buffalo leads. Buffalo takes the lead with 4 laps remaining as G-Man hits the wall. That has probably been some people's favorite thing to say today. This G-Man has been hitting a lot of walls, and that has definitely cost him a lot. And now Buffalo has made his move as G-Man has made his mistake. Going into the closing stages of this race, everyone has pit, and it's all on the line. Buffalo, remember, has 1 lap fresher tires, so we're going to see what's going to happen now. Now, lap 31, G-Man risking it a bit there. Oh, G-Man hits the bump, but doesn't affect him very much. Let's see. Under is on 19cc. There's a lot of people nearing 20cc, and no one wants to drive-through penalty, as G-Man is slowing down. I think the 1 lap fresher tires is definitely having an effect on this race. And G-Man is going to have to give it everything, but still not give it everything because he can't make a corner cut or else he gets a drive-through penalty. Might even cost him P2. As G-Man goes a bit wide, hits the curb, G-Man has DDP. G-Man has drive-through penalty, and that might be it for G-Man's race. And that is it for G-Man's race. He can't pit, and he's gonna lose a bunch of time. So, God, that's it. That's it for G-Man's race. He's gonna have to take the drive-through penalty. It's gonna cost him a lot, and he's going in this lap. And in he goes. So now G-Man lost around 12 seconds. So G-Man, 3 or 5. Buffalo hits the wall, but I don't think even a 5-second time penalty will get him to. Ooh, T has to do with DDP. And under has to do DDP. Everyone's doing DDP. Everyone who's racing except for Buffalo has to do DDP. Or has done a DDP. And now we're in the final lap now. So there it is, folks. Buffalo is gonna win his first race of the season after winning it in the false race in China. He's gonna do it after a very split decision. And it's Buffalo coming across the line. And it's Buffalo who's gonna win his first as he crashes out. He crashes out and he's going backwards. He's going backwards to the finish line. Buffalo finished the race backwards. And G-Man does his crosses the line backwards as well. So 1-2 for Williams once again, but as Buffalo takes the win backwards, mind you. So Buffalo wins. And G-Man gets the fastest lap. So it's Buffalo who wins it. Wait. So Teat is P3. So I'll do the photos later. I have B tools in my inventory. What am I thinking? Where's the P1 car? Okay, so we'll be back for the podium, and it is Buffalo. And this is the first time we're going to hear two anthems on the podium now, since G-Man was British, and so I said British unironically. Wow. So G-Man has the fastest lap. Alright, let's bring the top three. Alright, we will now do the podium. Belgium. Okay, can't copy and paste. That sucks. Um, Alright, I think we should play now. We got our other mod to join, so. Okay. Okay. That is it for our coverage of the Ifrr Portuguese Grand Prix. And Buffalo wins it, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back. Let me check the calendar to tell you when we'll be back. We'll be back next week, I believe. No, we'll be back in 2 weeks for the Australian Grand Prix. Thank you, and bye.